Hi, this is ShamanWeaver Sheila Baker. It's April, and here's your tarot for this month for East West Books. And so far it's been beautiful. It's sunny, and the smells of the spring flowers are out. It's quite beautiful. So this is a transitional time for us, and we've gone through the winter, and part of what the tarot for this particular month talks about is rest and recuperation. So if you've been feeling like, oh, I need to take a breath here, I need to just sit back and relax a bit, you can know that you're right on target. So I'm going to start with the Major Arcana, the Emperor. What this card says to us is, you can see he's armored up. The number 4 is about balance and harmony. It's about stability. You know, if you think about the most stable geometric, as far as I know, geometric design is the pyramid, and it's 4. It's got you know, the 4 corners. So this is what the 4s are all about: stability, rest, and relaxation. You can see, and about Aries, about independence, about action. But before there can be an action taken, there has to be a spark. That spark triggers something that goes, oh, let's ruminate on this for a minute before jumping into action. So this is what the Emperor is about. He's there, he's got all that ram energy. You can see he's ready to go to battle for you. He has a scepter that is for Venus, so you know he comes from love. This card says, be mindful of when you first of all bite before you growl. So, you know, think about dogs. They come up to you, they don't really want to be around you. What do? They first of all growl, and then they, you know, they won't warn you, back off. And so really this is what the Emperor is useful for, knowing when to bite and when just to growl. So I started with cups this month, the watery fluidity and the chalices. So this, the 4 here, says that we're all being given an emotional gift if we can stop pouting long enough to receive it. It's a gift from the gods, see? But here he is, he's sitting and doing one of those things that I talk about so often in my Facebook Lives on Thursday evenings at 8. And so he's sitting here crossed with his arms crossed. Now, if I'm sitting here with my arms crossed, I can't receive. And so he's unwilling to receive the emotions that are coming. So he's sitting here. So my invitation to you, if you find yourself doing this, protecting yourself, not opening up and not being willing, is to just do that, to be willing to open up. And your mantra can be, I open fully to give and receive love. And once more, I open fully to give and receive love. That mantra will change things up. One of the beautiful things that it'll change up, which is the next card, the 4 of Wands. So wands are passion, fire, drive, connection to the divine. And what we hear is we have a happy home, castle in the back, garland of joy across the threshold. This says that it's really useful to build and create a happy home. So, you know, over winter, we gathered a lot of things, and we do spring cleaning now. So this is part of why we do this. So our homes and our hearths are happy, they're whole, they're clean, and they're useful. Which brings us to the next place, which is we think we can breathe better. Well, because you can. You got the clutter all out. So spring cleaning is what's up for now. Spring cleaning also of your mind, because over winter sometimes we ruminate on things. Well, I'll get to that in the spring, you know, well, that'll be a project. But this says it's time for you now to let that go. This is give it a rest card, a mental rest. So if you've been ruminating on things, just let them go. Let the power of the gift of the cups come into the happy hearth and home, and give things a rest, which will ultimately allow you to do what this fellow is not doing, which he's holding on too tight. He's holding on too tightly to his material possessions, thinking that those are more important than anything else, clutching. under his feet. His mind is always on it, which is why it's time to give it a rest. So if you've been ruminating on something, if you've been kind of withdrawing over the winter, it's kind of a normal kind of thing, but it's time for us to come out of that, to bring our gifts out into the world. So if you've been feeling like you've been isolating, if you've been feeling like you haven't been out in the world, my invitation to you is to get out. And to that end, you know, I'm at East West Books on Thursdays from 1 until 8. You can reach me at my Facebook page, ShamanWeaver Shiela Baker. I'd love to hear you. Blessings. Shh.